My beloved brothers and sisters, there are people right now, good people, sincere people, who wake up every day with one quiet question in their heart. Why is my marriage not happening yet? You see others getting married around you. You hear announcements. You attend weddings. You smile for them. But deep inside, there is a weight you carry. A question you keep asking but rarely say out loud. You pray, you try, you hope, yet nothing seems to move. And sometimes in the silence of the night, a thought crosses your mind. Is something wrong with me? Let me tell you something today. Your delay is not random. Your situation is not forgotten. And your story is not behind. There is a reason, a powerful reason. And once you understand it, your entire perspective will change. You are not behind. You are being prepared. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the heaviest thoughts a person can carry in their heart is this feeling. Everyone is moving forward and I am being left behind. You see people your age getting married. You see families celebrating. You see friends starting a new chapter. And even if you are genuinely happy for them, there is a quiet question that follows you. When will it be my turn? And slowly, without realizing it, that question turns into pressure. Pressure from society, pressure from family, pressure from your own expectations. You begin to measure your life based on timelines you never created, and suddenly you feel like you are late. But my beloved brothers and sisters, listen carefully. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Because marriage is not just an event. It is a responsibility that requires a level of readiness most people underestimate. It is not just about finding someone who makes you happy. It is about becoming someone who can handle commitment, patience, sacrifice, and emotional strength. It is about building a life with another human being. Not just sharing moments of joy, but also navigating difficulties, misunderstandings, and challenges. And here is the reality. Many people enter marriage without being prepared. They enter with expectations, but without maturity. They enter with emotions, but without stability. They enter with dreams, but without understanding. And what happens? The very thing they rush towards becomes the source of their stress. The relationship that was meant to bring peace becomes a test they are not ready to handle. So when your marriage is delayed, do not immediately think something is wrong with you. Instead, ask yourself, what is being built within me right now? Because preparation does not always feel like progress. It feels like waiting. It feels like stillness. It feels like nothing is happening, while in reality, everything is happening internally. Your patience is being strengthened in ways you cannot see. Your character is being shaped through situations you did not expect. Your understanding of people, emotions, and life is being deepened slowly. And all of this is part of your preparation. My beloved brothers and sisters, think about this. If something is valuable, it is never given carelessly. You do not rush into something that has long-term impact without preparation. You do not step into a responsibility that will affect your entire life without being ready for it. And marriage is exactly that. So, if Allah is delaying it for you, it may not be because you are unworthy. It may be because He wants you to enter it in the best possible state. Not broken but strong. Not confused but clear. Not dependent but balanced. Because when you are prepared, you will not just enter marriage hoping it works. You will enter it knowing how to make it work. My beloved brothers and sisters, understand this deeply. The time you are in right now is not empty. It is not wasted. It is not meaningless. It is not a pause in your life. It is a phase of growth. A phase where you are learning things you will need later. A phase where you are developing qualities that will protect your future. A phase where you are becoming the person you need to be before you meet the person you are meant to be with. So do not rush this phase. Do not hate this phase. Do not compare this phase. Because the one who rushes into something without preparation often wishes they had waited. But the one who is prepared walks into it with confidence, stability, and clarity. So change your perspective. You are not behind others. You are on your own timeline. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. You are not missing out. You are being protected from stepping into something before you are ready. And when the time comes, when everything aligns, when you are ready and the right person is ready, You will look back at this moment, this waiting, this confusion, and you will realize something powerful, that you were never late. You were being prepared for something that required more from you than you even understood at the time. And that preparation was the reason your future will hold peace instead of regret. What you want may not be what is best for you. My beloved brothers and sisters, there are moments in your life when you become deeply attached to a specific outcome. You imagine a certain person, a certain proposal, a certain timeline, and you begin to believe that your happiness depends on it. You picture your future so clearly that anything different feels like a loss. You make effort, you pray, you hope, and then it doesn't happen. The proposal ends, the person disappears, the situation changes, and you are left confused, asking yourself, why did this not work when I wanted it so badly? But listen carefully. Wanting something deeply does not make it right for you. There is a reality that we often forget. You see with limited vision. You see what is in front of you. You see emotions, attraction, and what feels good in the moment. But Allah sees what is hidden. He sees what this person will bring into your life long term. He sees the pain that may come later. He sees the outcome you cannot yet imagine. Allah says in the Quran, perhaps you dislike a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you, and Allah knows while you do not know. Reflect on this deeply. How many times have you wanted something so badly and later realized it would have harmed you? How many times have you been disappointed only to later understand that it saved you? But in the moment of delay, we do not see that. We only see what we lost. We say, this was perfect for me. We say, this was exactly what I needed. We say, nothing better will come. But these thoughts come from emotion, not from complete knowledge. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes what you are holding on to is not your blessing, it is your test. That person you cannot stop thinking about may not be written for your peace. That proposal you are waiting for may not be meant for your future. That outcome you are chasing may lead you somewhere you are not ready for. And Allah, in His mercy, removes it. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. Not to deny you, but to redirect you. But here is where many people make a mistake. Instead of letting go, they hold on tighter. They keep going back to what clearly did not work. They keep hoping for something that has already been removed from their path. And in doing so, they ignore the warning. My beloved brothers and sisters, understand this clearly. What is written for you will come to you without forcing it. It will come in a way that brings peace, not confusion. It will come in a way that builds your life, not breaks it. But what is not written for you, no matter how much you chase it, will never stay in a way that brings peace. So when something does not work out, do not only ask, why did I lose this? Ask a deeper question, what was I protected from? Because sometimes the greatest blessing in your life is not what you receive, but what you are saved from. And if you truly trust that, your heart will find peace even in what you did not get. Because you will know what is meant for you is still on its way. And what was not meant for you was never your loss to begin with. You may be focusing on the wrong things. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes the delay in your life is not about timing. It is about direction. It is not that nothing is happening. It is that you may be focusing your energy on the wrong things. You say you want marriage. You think about it constantly. You look for it. You wait for it. You feel incomplete without it. But pause for a moment and ask yourself honestly, what exactly are you preparing for? Are you preparing for the reality of marriage or just the idea of it? Because there is a big difference between the two. The idea of marriage is beautiful. It is companionship, love, support, someone who understands you, someone who stands by you. But the reality of marriage also includes responsibility, patience, compromise, emotional control, and the ability to handle difficulties without breaking. And many people focus only on the idea while ignoring the reality. They focus on finding the right person, but ignore becoming the right person. They focus on what they want to receive, but ignore what they need to give. They focus on appearance, status, and expectations, but ignore character, patience, and emotional strength. And because of this, even if marriage comes, they are not ready to sustain it. My beloved brothers and sisters, understand this deeply. what you attract in life often reflects who you are, not just what you want. If you are impatient, you may attract someone who tests your patience. If you lack emotional control, you may attract situations that expose that weakness. If you are not clear about your values, you may end up in confusion later. So instead of only asking, why is my marriage not happening? Ask a more powerful question. Am I truly ready for what I am asking for? Because preparation is not just external, it is internal. It is how you handle anger. It is how you communicate when you are hurt. It is how you deal with disappointment. It is how you respect another person even when you disagree. These are the things that sustain a marriage, not just attraction, not just excitement, not just the beginning. And sometimes the delay is a message focused on building these qualities first. Allah says in the Quran, indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves. Reflect on this deeply. Change begins from within. Growth begins from within. And the life you are asking for requires a version of you that may not yet be fully developed. My beloved brothers and sisters, this does not mean you are not good enough. It means you are still in a phase of becoming better. And that is not something to feel ashamed of. It is something to embrace. Because when you work on yourself, when you improve your character, when you strengthen your mindset, you are not just waiting for marriage, you are preparing for it in the best possible way. And when the right time comes, you will not enter marriage hoping it works. You will enter it with the ability to make it work. So shift your focus. Instead of only searching outward, build inward. Instead of only waiting, start improving. Instead of only asking, start becoming. Because the more you become the right person, the closer you get to attracting the right person. And when both are ready, things align in a way that brings peace, not confusion. My beloved brothers and sisters, your delay may not be a rejection, it may be a redirection. A redirection from focusing on the outside to focusing on the inside. And once you understand that, your waiting will no longer feel empty. It will feel purposeful. You are too attached to the idea. My beloved brothers and sisters, there is a difference between wanting something and becoming emotionally dependent on it. And many people do not realize when that line has been crossed. At first, you simply want marriage. It feels natural. It feels right. It is something you hope for, something you make effort for. But slowly, without noticing, that want begins to grow into something deeper, something heavier. It begins to control your thoughts. You wake up thinking about it. You go through your day comparing yourself to others. You end your night feeling the absence of it. And suddenly, your happiness becomes tied to it. If you see others getting married, you feel left out. If a proposal does not work, you feel broken. If time passes, you feel anxious. And this is where the problem begins. Because when your heart becomes too attached to something, it starts depending on it for peace. And anything your heart depends on too much becomes a test for you. My beloved brothers and sisters, your heart was not created to depend on another human being for completeness. It was created to find stability in something deeper, something unshakable. When that balance is lost, even something good like marriage can turn into pressure, stress, and emotional instability. You begin to think, I cannot be happy until this happens. You begin to feel, my life is incomplete without this. You begin to believe, everything will be fixed once I get this. But listen carefully, no human being can carry that weight for you. No person can fill every gap in your life. No relationship can solve every internal struggle. No marriage can give you complete peace if your heart is already unsettled. And that is why sometimes the delay is not about denying you marriage, it is about correcting your attachment. It is about bringing your heart back into balance. It is about teaching you that your peace should not depend on a person. It is about helping you build a stable emotional foundation before sharing your life with someone else. Because if you enter marriage while being emotionally dependent, you may expect too much from the other person. You may place pressure on them to fix your feelings, to fill your emptiness, to give you constant reassurance. And when they cannot do that, because they are human, disappointment begins. That is how something that was meant to bring comfort turns into a source of stress. My beloved brothers and sisters, true readiness for marriage is not just about finding the right person. It is about having a balanced heart. A heart that can give without expecting perfection. A heart that can handle ups and downs without collapsing. A heart that does not rely on another person for its entire sense of worth. And sometimes the delay is there to help you build that heart. Allah says in the Quran, whoever puts their trust in Allah, then He is sufficient for them. Reflect on this deeply. When your trust is placed correctly, your heart becomes stable. You are no longer shaken by delays. You are no longer controlled by timelines. You are no longer dependent on outcomes. You still want marriage, but you are not broken without it. You still hope for it, but you are not lost without it. You still make effort, but your peace is not tied to it. And that is a powerful place to be. My beloved brothers and sisters, when your heart reaches that level of balance, something changes. You no longer chase desperately. You no longer compare constantly. You no longer feel incomplete. You become calm. You become patient. You become ready. And often it is at that point when your heart is no longer overly attached that things begin to align. So ask yourself honestly, is your desire for marriage balanced? Or has it become an emotional dependence? Because the answer to that question may explain more than you realize. And once you correct that, once you bring your heart back into balance, you will not just be waiting for marriage. You will be preparing for it in the right way. There may be something you need to fix. My beloved brothers and sisters, there are times in life when we look outward for answers, when we search for reasons in people, in timing, in circumstances, while the real answer is quietly waiting within us. You say, why is my marriage not happening yet? You ask, what is wrong with my situation? You wonder, why does everything keep getting delayed? But have you ever paused and asked a deeper question? Is there something within me that needs to change first? This is not a question of blame, it is a question of growth. Because sometimes the delay is not rejection, it is correction. There may be habits in your life that need attention. There may be patterns in your thinking that need to shift. There may be behaviors that you have normalized, but they are not helping your future. And instead of reflecting on these things, we continue looking outward, hoping that the right person will come and everything will suddenly become perfect. But my beloved brothers and sisters, marriage does not fix what is broken inside you, it reveals it. If you carry impatience, it will show. If you struggle with communication, it will appear. If you have unresolved emotions, they will surface. And what you ignore now will not disappear later. That is why sometimes the delay is a form of mercy. It is time being given to you, not taken away from you. It is an opportunity to improve, not a punishment to endure. It is a chance to correct things privately before they affect your life publicly. Allah says in the Quran, indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves. Reflect on this deeply. The life you want begins with the person you are becoming. If you want a peaceful marriage, you must build peace within yourself. If you want understanding, you must learn to understand others. If you want stability, you must develop emotional strength. Because what you bring into a marriage shapes what that marriage becomes. My beloved brothers and sisters, think about this honestly. If your marriage were to happen today, are you truly ready for it? Are you ready to handle disagreements without losing control? Are you ready to listen even when you feel hurt? Are you ready to compromise when things do not go your way? Or would you carry the same habits, the same reactions, the same patterns into a new relationship? Because if nothing changes within you, the outcome will not change around you. And sometimes Allah delays something not because you are not good enough, but because He wants you to become better before you step into something bigger. He wants you to enter it with wisdom, not just emotion. He wants you to enter it with stability, not just desire. He wants you to enter it ready, not just willing. My beloved brothers and sisters, self-reflection is not easy. It requires honesty. It requires humility. It requires the willingness to admit that there is room for growth. But that is where transformation begins. So instead of only asking, why is my marriage delayed? Ask yourself, what can I improve right now? Look at your character. Look at your habits. Look at your mindset. Not to judge yourself, but to elevate yourself. Because every step you take towards becoming better is a step towards a better future. And when the time comes, when everything aligns, when you meet the right person, you will not just be ready to enter marriage, you will be ready to sustain it, protect it, and build something that lasts. My beloved brothers and sisters, the delay is not empty. It is full of opportunities to grow. Do not waste this time wishing things were different. Use this time to become someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared. Because when you fix what is within you, you prepare yourself for what is ahead of you. And that preparation may be the very reason your future will hold peace instead of regret. Timing is not in your control. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most difficult truths for the human heart to accept is that you are not in control of timing. You can plan your life. You can set goals. You can make effort, take steps, search, try again and again. But the moment something happens, the exact second your life changes, the exact time a door opens, that is not in your hands. And this is where many hearts struggle. Because when something you desire is delayed, you begin to question everything. You start comparing your timeline with others. You start asking, why them and not me? You start feeling like something is wrong with your life. And slowly, patience turns into frustration and hope turns into pressure. But my beloved brothers and sisters, understand this deeply. Your life is not running late. It is running exactly on the time that has been written for you. There is a time for everything. A time when something enters your life. A time when something leaves your life. A time when something is delayed. A time when something finally arrives. And none of these moments are random. Allah says in the Quran, indeed all things we created with predestination. Reflect on this deeply. Every detail of your life has a measure. Every event has a timing. Every delay has a purpose. But the human heart is impatient. It wants things now. It wants clarity now. It wants results now. And when those results do not come, it feels uneasy. But what you do not see is this. If something comes before its time, it may harm you. Imagine receiving something you are not ready for. Imagine entering a marriage before you have emotional stability. Imagine being placed in a situation that demands maturity you have not yet developed. What would happen? Instead of peace, you may experience pressure. Instead of stability, you may experience confusion. Instead of growth, you may experience regret. So, when something is delayed, it is not always because it is being denied. It is often because it is being protected until the right moment. My beloved brothers and sisters, there is a difference between delay and denial. Delay means it is still written, but not yet. Denial means it is not written and something better may be planned. But in both cases, there is wisdom. And your role is not to control the outcome. Your role is to trust the process. Trust does not mean you stop making effort. Trust does not mean you give up. Trust means you do your part and you leave the timing to Allah. You continue improving yourself. You continue making sincere effort. You continue living your life with purpose. But you do not let the delay break your peace. Because once you accept that timing is not in your control, something powerful happens. You stop comparing. You stop rushing. You stop feeling like you are behind. You begin to understand that your story is unfolding at its own pace. My beloved brothers and sisters, think about the things in your life that happened at the right time. The people you met when you needed them. The opportunities that came when you were ready. The moments that made sense only after they happened. If those things had come earlier, they would not have had the same impact. And if they had come later, they may not have been as beneficial. Timing matters. And the one who controls your timing sees what you cannot see. He knows when you are ready. He knows when the other person is ready. He knows when both lives align in a way that brings peace, not confusion. Because marriage is not just about you, it is about two lives coming together at the right moment. If one is ready and the other is not, it creates imbalance. If both are not ready, it creates instability. But when the timing is right, things align naturally. My beloved brothers and sisters, patience is not easy. Waiting is not easy. Watching others move forward while you remain in the same place is not easy. But understand this, waiting is not wasted. In your waiting, you are growing. In your waiting, you are learning. In your waiting, you are becoming someone stronger. And all of that will matter when your time comes. So do not rush what is meant to be slow. Do not force what is meant to unfold naturally. Do not compare what is meant to be unique to you. Because what is written for you will come to you. It will not miss you. It will not go to someone else. It will not arrive late. It will come exactly when it is meant to come. And when it does, you will realize something powerful. That every delay you question, every moment you felt uncertain, every time you wondered why not yet, was actually leading you to the right time. A time where you are ready. A time where the situation is right. A time where what comes into your life stays with peace. My beloved brothers and sisters, trust the timing. Even when it does not make sense. Even when it feels difficult. Even when you feel tired of waiting. Because the one who controls your timing never makes mistakes. And when your moment arrives, you will not say, why did it take so long? You will say, now I understand why it had to be this way. Your story is different for a reason. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most painful habits a person can fall into is the habit of comparison. You look at others around you and you begin to measure your life against theirs. You see someone younger getting married and you feel late. You see someone happy in their relationship and you feel incomplete. You see people moving forward and you feel like you are standing still. And slowly, without realizing it, your heart begins to carry a quiet burden. The burden of believing that your life is not unfolding the way it should. But listen carefully. Your story was never meant to look like someone else's. From the moment you were created, your path was written differently. Your timing, your experiences, your tests, your delays, your opportunities, none of it is identical to anyone else. And that is not a flaw. That is by design. Because if everyone's life unfolded the same way, there would be no test, there would be no growth, there would be no purpose in the differences you see around you. My beloved brothers and sisters, when you compare your journey to someone else's, you are comparing two completely different stories. You do not know their struggles. You do not know what they went through before reaching that point. You do not know what lies ahead in their path. And most importantly, you do not know what you have been protected from. Because sometimes what you see as someone else's blessing may not have been a blessing for you. If you had their timeline, it might not have suited your life. If you had their situation, it might not have brought you peace. If you had their path, it might not have led you to where you need to be. That is why your story is different. Not because you are lacking, but because your journey requires something different. My beloved brothers and sisters, there are people who get married early and face challenges they were not ready for. There are people who enter relationships quickly and spend years dealing with consequences they never expected. And there are others whose marriage comes later, but when it comes with understanding, stability, and peace. So, what is better, early without readiness or later with peace? The answer becomes clear when you stop looking at the surface and start thinking deeply. My beloved brothers and sisters, your delay is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that something is being arranged in a way that is unique to you. It may be preparing you for a person who is not ready yet. It may be aligning circumstances that you cannot see. It may be protecting you from paths that would have taken you away from peace. But while all of this is happening, you are being tested in a very specific way. You are being tested with patience. You are being tested with trust. You are being tested with your ability to stay content even when things are not happening the way you expected. And this test is not easy because you live in a world where everything is visible. You see announcements, pictures, celebrations, constant reminders that others are moving forward. And if you are not careful, those reminders can slowly make you feel like you are behind. But you are not behind. You are on a path that is different. My beloved brothers and sisters, understand this clearly. What is written for you will not go to someone else. Your marriage is not being taken by someone else. Your future is not being given to someone else. Your opportunity is not being missed. What is yours will come to you. But it will come at the right time, in the right way, with the right person. And until that moment arrives, your job is not to compare. Your job is to grow. Your job is to improve. Your job is to build a life that is meaningful even before marriage. Because your life does not start when you get married. Your life is happening right now. If you pause your happiness, waiting for one event, you will miss the value of the time you are in. You will miss the growth. You will miss the opportunities. You will miss the chance to become a better version of yourself. And when marriage does come, you may realize that you spent years waiting instead of living. My beloved brothers and sisters, do not let that happen. Live your life with purpose. Develop yourself with intention. Build your connection with what truly matters. Because when your story unfolds, it will make sense in a way that no comparison ever could. You will see why certain things did not work. You will understand why certain delays happened. You will realize why your path had to be different. And in that moment, everything will come together. Not in a rushed way, not in a forced way, but in a way that brings peace. My beloved brothers and sisters, your story is not late.